Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Very good morning. Kita selamat berpuasa kepada mereka yang beragama Islam. Jadi alhamdulillah, harap semua pelajar dan keadaan sihat. Dan kita jumpa lagi untuk kita sambung sesi PJJ kita pada minggu ni. Saya akan sambung semula tentang DC elektrik motor ni untuk pada outcome yang seterusnya. Jadi minggu lepas saya dah preparekan discuss tentang construction and also basic operation of DC motor. Jadi untuk sesi kali ini saya akan bincangkan tentang detail tentang motor, DC motor, and also characteristic dan juga what type of DC motor. Okay. Jadi outcomes untuk sesi ini saya ingat ringkas lah, which is hopefully student akan faham beberapa types of DC motor and their own characteristic. Okay. So DC motor type ni dia groupkan ataupun dia kategorikan dia based on the way how we connect the armature winding and also the field winding to the source. Jadi saya akan untuk discuss ni saya akan based on this diagram. So this diagram ni, this is stator motor. Ini stator motor. Ni yang this one ni dah ni stator motor ni gambar besar dia. And this is the rotor. So rotor ni sometimes also they call armature. Sama lah, armature, rotor sama. And stator ni kadang-kadang dipanggil field component. Sebab apa? This winding on the stator, the purpose is to provide electromagnetic field. Ni. Jadi how this field are generated is we supply current to this coil. When current supply to this coil, dia akan produce electromagnetic field in which the strength of this field will depend on the amount of electric current flow through it. The higher the current supply, I mean the bigger your magnetic field. So this is functionally just to produce control magnetic field. And the rotor ni pula, so when we supply current, jadi this is a must, this is a requirement in order for this motor to experience force and start to rotate. So dia mesti ada current. So when we put this rotor inside this stator punya hollow part ni, so when current carrying conductor is within this magnetic field, so dia akan experience force dan dia akan start to rotate. Jadi maknanya as a summary, so these two winding, stator winding and also the rotor winding ni, they need a current from the external source untuk DC case, in the case of DC motor. Alright. So this field later on you akan jumpa. So this field current which flow to this, biasanya dia akan labelkan dengan IF. In later part of this slide kita akan discuss in which kita akan study the analysis of the electric circuit. So you akan jumpa bila ada label F tu, that means dia referring to field. Kalau A pula, kalau IA, current to the armature, so this is referring to current to this armature coil. Right? Okay. DC motor can be grouped into two categories. First, based on how do we connect, as we discussed earlier, how do we connect the stator winding and the rotor winding. So this separately excited DC motor type, on the word separate ni, you boleh imagine kan, maknanya you punya stator coil and rotor coil, they are supplied from two different sources, separate. So stator coil will get supply from its own supply. Similarly, the armature or rotor coil will have its own current supply. For self-excited ni, self-excited ni is quite common. This is more common. It means we only have one supply saja. So I mean in terms of construction, why they lebih simple. So from the same DC source, kita supply current to the stator winding and also to the rotor winding. Okay, jadi untuk case ni self-excited dia ada three types of self-excited DC motor. Shunt ni menurut parallel, then series DC motor, and compound type. So this shunt series component, the name ni is depending on the way how do we connect the two coils of the motor. So saya akan discuss later in the later stage on banyakannya on the shunt type, series and separate excited. Component saya mungkin akan touch sikit saja. And kalau you nak study detail of the discussion on all this motor, you may refer to this two website yang saya sediakan di bawah ni. You can get further info on this. Okay, first type of DC motor is separately excited DC motor. Okay, so from the, as I said earlier, this separate, that means this is your armature circuit. So this is your, assume this ni biasanya this symbol, kalau ada nampak this symbol, circle symbol, and ada notch sikit atas bawah ni, this ni always referring to the armature ataupun rotor. Yang paling common armature lah, armature coil. We connect to the supply pertama, armature supply, and this is stator coil atau field coil, kita connect kepada supply dia sendiri. So I put here, so DC supply 1 is supplying current to this armature winding, and the second DC supply is connected to the field winding to produce electromagnetic field. Jadi untuk separate hopefully you boleh imagine lah, supply dia ada dua, berbeza. This is the equivalent circuit. So ni armature, so this is your field winding. Okay, ni shunt. So shunt ni maknanya this is armature winding, this is your field winding, stator winding. So these two are connected in parallel. Parallel ni maknanya these two you combine. Dia ada dua node join. Ni untuk pertama connect sini, pertama connect dua. Okay, RA ni is resistive, representing the resistance in the coil, and RF is this RF ni representing the resistance of the stator coil or field coil. So they connected to the DC source. So since this shunt DC motor is self-excited, jadi you only have one DC supply, which is here. This same supply supplying the stator winding, field winding, the same supply supplying the armature winding. So this RA, RF is for us to analyze electrically. Kita nak buat calculation electrically, so kita gunakan R ni, RA untuk represent resistance in the coil, armature ini untuk stator coil. So shunt ni, field ni maknanya kalau katakanlah letak ni dua orang. So these two they have the same height dia sama. Kalau ni katakan 5 kaki, ni pun 5 kaki. Dia maknanya jadi untuk shunt ni, so kita katakan ni is 12 volt. So kat sini pun akan experience 12 volt punya potential difference, sini pun sama. Jadi untuk shunt parallel ni, voltage across the component yang parallel tu disama. Kalau if this is 240 volt, ni pun akan 240 volt across here, ini pun 240 volt. So ni is shunt DC motor. Kalau siri, ni is another, inilah to show detail sikit tentang the equivalent circuit of shunt DC motor. So this is your source, your supply current. So this is your node, Dia akan split, satu akan pergi ke field, satu pergi ke armature. Nampak ni RA dan RF. So this inductor ni, don't worry lah. So because in DC system, inductor ni bila kita nak buat calculation, kita assume dia short aja, macam tak ada, dia short aja. So ini just nak representing dia field coil. Itu. So jadi bila you nampak this circuit, jadi between this coil parallel dengan coil armature ni, jadi voltage ni sama. VT equal to voltage across ni, voltage across ni. Tapi current dia tak sama. IL mungkin tak sama dengan IA, tak sama dengan IF. Sebab apa? Assume, katakan IL ni kita hantar 10, katakan ada 10 bola pingpong masuk tube. Ni tube ni masuk 10 bola pingpong. Katakan bola pingpong terus ni dibagi 7, jadi yang ke bawah ni akan ada 3. Jadi ini campur ni akan jadi equal to supply. So this is Kirchhoff current law. Jadi since kita tahu voltage across ni kita tahu, jadi gunakan Ohm's law kita boleh cari IF. So if IL tahu, IF tahu, IA kita boleh calculate automatically. And then this is Ohm's law. Yang ni is Kirchhoff voltage law. Saya jadi belajar masa BNJ 1003. So voltage across voltage source ni equal to voltage kat sini campur voltage kat sini. Ini memang, ni expression dia memang EA. Ni expression V dia, you kena kalikan RA dengan A. Ni is representing voltage drop across ni. EA ni here. Di voltage sini tu sini. Right. So biasanya ni kita akan ignore. Nah, IL ni nampak, IL ni this is a Kirchhoff current law. Ni Kirchhoff voltage law. So calculation ni kita akan discuss kemudian. Ni just formula aja. And series. So untuk series ni, so maknanya now this is stator punya winding equivalent circuit. Ni armature winding punya equivalent component. Nampak? So this is also excited because you we have only one supply connecting the stator coil and armature coil. So stator dengan armature ni dia series. Jadi kalau series ni dia series disambung terus saja. Kalau macam rantai ni, I assume ni kan macam rantai. Dia sambung terus je. Terus direct aja. Jadi kalau IL ni 10, jadi current kat sini semua sama 10 je. IL 10, IL pun 10. Tapi voltage tak sama. Jadi kalau shunt kan voltage armature dengan voltage field sama. Tapi untuk seri voltage tak sama. Yang sama current. Yang voltage dia VT equal to voltage across ni campur voltage across ni campur voltage across ni. Macam tu. Alright. So this is the series maknanya the way how do you connect field coil, stator coil dengan armature winding, kita kena sambungkan joint direct aja. Macam itu. Okay. Right. This compound ni dia this is customized. Dia ada dua field coil ni. Dua field coil. Satu sini, satu sini. Nampak? Dia lebih, dia field coil ni akan ada more than one. Instead of kalau series ada satu ni kan satu, shunt pun ada satu. Jadi kalau compound you may have dua field coil. This is a special case. Tapi this compound motor biasanya is only for special case, special application, customized. Kenapa kena ada ni? Sebab dia ada application sendiri. So yang ni through this ni payah sikit nak faham. So saya takkan discuss detail on this. Okay. So saya stop sampai di untuk this presentation. Saya akan sambung untuk dalam lesson yang seterusnya, insyaAllah. Thank you very much.